Herbert was going to outplay Mahomes, but he did. Herbert goes for 318 and 3 touchdowns through the air, sealed the games with and this one hurt me more than anyone, a Mahomes-esque game-sealing run. So the question, So the question for the whole world, and Danny, sometimes we like to put the questions on the bar so the audience can also feel like, the fifth member of the show.
Oh, okay. I get it.
But this is going to land oddly with you. Yet I'll ask it anyways.
Yes, sir.
Are you surprised Herbert outdueled Mahomes?
No, I am not. Believe it or not. And it has nothing to do with any sort of Mahomes is amazing. Mahomes is the most talented quarterback I think any of us have ever seen.
Yeah.
This is happening. But Justin Herbert's like right there. Like he's like in terms of pure talent, Brew.
This has been his take for years.
He's never moved. He finally got some evidence.
Go ahead.
He's right. Yeah.
I
got it. It took a while. It took a while, but I think what you referenced, Wilds, it's like a nice little framework for this discussion. And it's another TV trick, a question at the bottom. Sometimes people like to do a little callback.
Oh, okay.
A little callback. And so we're just going to, it's a good idea to remind America that
not everyone watches every show.
Exactly.
Are you going to play a clip?
He's often, I think objectively the word would be wrong.
Okay, let me see. There is a 0% chance that Justin Herbert outplays Patrick Mahomes.
0% is ridiculous.
0% chance. Yeah, I don't know that we need.
I should have to weigh in on that stuff. I don't like those.
Yeah, I know you don't. Listen, I'm going to let you finish.
Oh, thank you.
But I would like to apologize to America and our audience for having the audacity to have the opinion that something that had literally never happened in 8 times before was going to happen. Now, what I should have said was, it's bound to happen at some point. There is some chance, because evidently it did. But Herbert was 0 for life on outplaying Mahomes. I did not think that was going to change in week 1. And honestly, had the Chiefs' number 1 option not gone out 3 plays into the game, maybe it wouldn't have. But it did, and he did, and more importantly than how Mahomes did or didn't play, I think, is Herbert finally, in at least a semi-big spot, played the way you have always believed he could. So he did outplay him, and he was great, and so obviously I'm surprised. I said it wasn't going to happen. But go ahead.
Well, no, I mean, listen, it hasn't happened before, but if you spin the roulette wheel 8 times in a row and it's black, 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 doesn't mean it can't ever be red. Yeah, and they are that close.
But they're not that close. They're not that close.
In terms of the talent, the physical talent, I do think that Herbert is in the top class of player in the NFL. And the numbers are they're fun to think about, because he finally has stability at coach. And we all agree that Jim Harbaugh is a great coach who represents winning and can bring the best out of him. And Harbaugh had said he needs to get everybody else up to Justin Herbert's level. Well, year 1 was 11 wins and a playoff appearance, and now year 2, game 1, the results look pretty good. The best game, I'm with you, of his career. So what did Justin Herbert do? He had over 300 yards and 3 touchdowns and no picks. And against the Chiefs, who have been carried by their defense, that's only been done by Josh Allen, second best player to Patrick Mahomes, and a GOAT in Tom Brady. But what bothered me about that graphic was that's not who I've been comparing Justin Herbert to, Nick.
No, you've been comparing to Peyton Manning.
Right. Well, so I was like, let's just add for an AFC quarterback in week 1 against a division opponent. It's Peyton Manning and Justin Herbert.
The last 2 times this has happened?
That's correct. That's correct.
Unfortunate.
Justin Herbert and Peyton Manning.
All right, that one I like. That one's
300 passing.
That's right. Yeah, there's a few too many qualifiers.
To
started season against a divisional opponent. It is interesting. Peyton's the last one to do it. I will give you that.
Josh,
it's the arrival.
That's a Troy special.
So
right there.
Troy special. I want Drew to go, but I just want you.
Arrival.
I'm going to ask you to do the thing I ask Wilds to do all the time.
Okay.
Which is finish the thought. So you're not surprised. You've been on the record for years that he is 90% of the talent of Mahomes.
That's right.
And you think Mahomes is the most talented player ever. So Justin Herbert is 90% of the way to being the most talented player of all time.
Well, would you agree that Peyton Manning's about 90%?
I don't think it's Peyton Manning.
He's on pace.
And so what does this mean for this year?
It means that he is going to continue on the Peyton Manning trajectory, which in year 6
was an MVP.
Was an MVP in an AFC Championship game appearance. And last graphic, please.
Oh, more graphics.
Wow.
One more. He's ahead of schedule. Week 1 of his 6th season, where Peyton Manning won 12 games and was the MVP. He started with 0 touchdowns, 2 picks.
In case he was bad.
Right.
So that way if he was bad, he could be like, bro, he could be like, he's right there.
3 touchdowns and a win over Mahomes.
Drew, you're a neutral party, even though you did call Patrick Mahomes Jordan-esque.
Yes.
Were you surprised Herbert outplayed Mahomes?
Yeah, I'm surprised every time Mahomes is outplayed by an opposing quarterback, but I will say it's happening more and more often. And
The gap.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Mahomes has been great situationally, but just statistically over the course of games, it's becoming commonplace. And so I'm really interested, like I said, this whole year, I'm interested in seeing what Mahomes does. Worthy being out obviously was big, but look, players get injured. A couple guys got injured in San Francisco. Stafford's been without his, big receivers for a while at times. So it happens, but I'm still expecting Mahomes to be great. But like I said, I'm getting less and less surprised when he's outplayed.
Can I say something about it becoming commonplace?
Yeah.
I guess I would ask what commonplace means. Obviously, it happened in the Super Bowl. It happened in Week 1. But if we just go back, like in the AFC Championship game, it didn't. In the divisional round playoff game,
what about
it didn't.
the regular season?
Right, so I'm going backwards.
I mean, there were a lot. He only had a 92 passer rate.
No,
but so that great.
Right, that's why I'm just going backwards through it. In Week 17, when they played the Steelers, it didn't. In Week 16, when they played CJ and the Texans, it didn't. I forget who the first game of that 3-game stretch was. I think it was the Chargers. The doink for the division game or whatever it was. It didn't there. So I think it's happened twice in like his last 8 or 9 games. It is the last 2 games he's played, but I don't think...
Well, how about this? Mediocre play statistically from Mahomes is becoming commonplace.
So, again, this is where...
So if you want situationally and wins, but I know you're not a quarterback wins guy, so it can't be just he wins.
No,
we want to see him play exceptional
football. Here's what I am not. I am not a quarterback wins guy. I am a who is the reason that you won guy. Does that make sense? Do you understand what I think?
Yeah, but their defense has been a lot of the reason they've been winning. No, but so lately.
That's but not in the playoffs for sure.
But I'm not just talking about the playoffs.
No, I'm just trying to go
like
so. But then my question is, did you think on Monday Mahomes played mediocre? Did you think that? I didn't. I thought 300 yards and 2 touchdowns and no
Friday,
time. On
Friday, you mean?
I'm sorry.
Today's one.
I thought he played pretty well.
Okay.
But I didn't think he had an 80-something passer rating. He couldn't have been that great.
He
was big with his legs.
I wasn't like...
Legs were big.
If I was showing someone I'm like, this is the best quarterback in the NFL, and I showed him that game, I don't think
they would have thought it was Herbert.
I think Herbert played better than him, but this is the argument structure that just my brain doesn't accept, which is I think he played well, but the numbers say he was just okay. So let's talk about it as if he were just okay. Let's just talk about it like what we think of it. And for you to say to dismiss the rushing parts of it, when the quarterback you've been championing for 9 months.
I'm not dismissing the rushing parts of it. No, I dismissed it.
Well, I don't. When I said it earlier, and you said, "Oh, we're counting rushing now." Like that's. I think. Yeah. Like
a random news read. I was just talking about his air yards. He led the team in rushing. Sure.
I mean,
But that was not. We're waiting for. I think we're waiting for a Josh Allen, Lamar type. What we saw yesterday out of Mahomes.
And
you would admit he wasn't as good as you expected.
No, I said that. I said what I expected in that game was. I expect Mahomes to have the game Herbert had. Yeah. But where I am, my frustration is the acting as if like, man, when is the last time we saw Patrick look like Josh Allen looked? And the answer is 3 games ago when he played Josh Allen to get to the Super Bowl and beat him. Like, some of the Mahomes discussion is he has had one really bad game in the Super Bowl and call it a mediocre game where the team, I thought he was the best player on the team and the team didn't look that good. We're on a 2-game stretch. And the conversation of the AFC West is catching up to him. Herbert's 90% of them. The Chiefs are this vulnerable, wounded animal because they're 0-1 as the 3-time defending AFC champions, I think is wildly disproportionate.
Do you think but last year, regular season, playoffs, I'll give you, he stepped it up like he typically does.
I think he is the only player in the league that would have had the Chiefs as the 1 seed. And I think everybody agrees with that. I think he's the only player and so that's where I
agree with that.
But again, I agree with that, and I said that last season. But still, is it too much to ask for great numbers from the guy that we think is the greatest quarterback ever? And he's right smack dab in the middle of his prime.
And I think last year's team it was. I don't think
Really?
Yes, I do.
Why?
Because they had 6 left tackles, they lost their top 3 receivers, they lost their top 2 running backs.
But there was a lot of teams that had injuries.
And none of them got the 1 seed. And they got the 1 seed.
We're not talking about quarterback wins, we're talking about individual stats.
You keep saying, I'm not a quarterback wins guy. And I'm not.
But you keep bringing up wins. That's all you can bring up.
No, because I am are you the reason your team won guy? When we argued quarterback wins was Jimmy Garoppolo or whatever it was, the question is, are you the engine that drives it? When everyone agrees Mahomes is the engine that drives the Chiefs and they win, then yes, the winning is the most important quotient of it. Like, I don't think I'm not making sense when I explain.
Well, I mean, listen, I think the last couple of years, the defense for the Chiefs has been top 3.
The defense last year was 11th in the league.
Well, in terms of the close games, those low-scoring 17 one-score wins is ridiculous, and Mahomes has the biggest piece of that. To me, Friday night was much more, not to take the shine out of Mahomes or the Chiefs, that was the arrival of the Chargers as, is this team in that tier where we can talk about them like Buffalo, like Baltimore, like Cincinnati, like a real threat to the Chiefs. So to me, it wasn't like, oh no, the Chiefs aren't going to be there at the end. It was, should we talk about the Chargers like they deserve to be in that class? My answer is yes. They got Peyton Manning.
I agree.
What's up, Kate?
This is just, you know what this was right here? You better put on your gym clothes. This is a little workout against Justin Herbert, because if Jalen Hurts gets over on Mahomes again,
Okay.
You'd be hitting the heavy bag.
Again, I just want someone one day to finish the thought. That's all. If he's
3-0 against Mahomes,
well, he couldn't be 3-0 because he's lost against him twice.
Last 3 games.
Okay, yeah. Just finish the thought.
What thought do you want me to finish?
I don't know. You're saying
you have a thought. You have a thought in your mind that
if
you want me to
he's 3-0, what is my question? Okay, there it is.
I don't think it's I'm not saying he's better than Mahomes, but.
Okay.
Ravens collapsed. Bills looked great. Orchard Park rocking. Bills were on sandwich alert. Down 15. 4 minutes to go. Since 2000, bro, teams in this situation were 3 and 2,312. Make that 4, 2,312. Your reaction to that sound, and what's the story here? The Ravens collapse or the Bills comeback?
I mean, I'm just tired of hearing that talk, after these huge collapses by them. So this is about the collapse. And Harbaugh, and there's not much you can say. He says the same thing kind of every time. There's really not much you can say. But their first 8 series of the game, they scored 40 points and had 400 some odd yards. Their last 3 series, they scored 0 points and had 17 yards. And again, it just shows that, how bad they've been in the fourth quarter. And my charge to Harbaugh is you have got to figure this out. And I said it earlier, Nick, I think a silver lining in this is that you do have such a tough schedule. Or at least you got 3 other elite teams you play. If Detroit is still elite, you got Kansas City and you've got Green Bay late in the season. Those are huge games to me. This could end up being good for them if they can turn this thing around. But they have got to realize now more than ever, if they haven't already, which it seems like they haven't, we have a serious problem. It doesn't matter if we're up 25 points in the middle of the third quarter. We have got to keep our foot on the gas. And that's the silver lining when they play the Chiefs or Detroit before the Chiefs. That's a great test for them. Not just to outplay them for 3 quarters, but to keep it up and win the game going away if you've been blowing them out throughout the game. Same thing with the Chiefs, same thing with the Packers. So, I mean, it's nothing you can say is that this is part of their identity right now, and they're going to have to get rid of it.
When is John Harbaugh going to learn his lesson? Because I could live to be 1,000 and I'll never understand punting that ball away. I don't get it. In shootouts, when you're an excellent offensive team playing another excellent offensive team, giving the ball to the other team is always a bad idea. If Lamar Jackson is cramping, hand it off to Derrick Henry.
Well, and call timeout and give him time to see if he stops cramping.
There are other ways to do it, but like, so that because the Derrick Henry fumble was crazy. Like, I don't believe that Lamar Jackson is not clutch. I know you and I have disagreed on that. I don't believe that there's like some curse in the uniform.
No.
You can't, physical mistakes, dropping a ball, fumbling, that's going to happen, and Josh Allen is amazing. But John Harbaugh has to answer for, since 2020, the Ravens are a losing team in one-score games. They're 21st in the NFL in one-score games. Their record's 24-28. We know the Chiefs are the best, right? They just had a 17-game, one-score game winning streak snapped. They're 46-14. Like, Andy Reid can point to, my team delivers in one-score games, and John Harbaugh can't. That is an indictment on the coach, because it's not on Lamar.
This game wasn't on Lamar. Some of those other one-score games we could disagree with. This one is not on Lamar.
But I don't believe that Lamar Jackson, multiple-time MVP, is just inherently not clutch. Like, I don't think he can't get it done or isn't good enough to get it done.
Well, what about this? That this combo's not going to get it done. Like, because that's my.
You got data and history on your side, but you had that too with Herbert, right? Like, in a sport where it's single elimination in the playoffs, and the sample size is always going to be really small on that, it's tough for me to get there completely with you that Lamar Jackson is not going to ever be able to get there.
I didn't say Lamar. No. I didn't say Lamar's not. I'm saying the Lamar Harbaugh combo. And I think Brew is just one playoff loss away from being there. You know,
I think this is the year for Harbaugh.
Yeah, of course.
To me, the Bills' comeback is not the story because no one is shocked by Josh Allen being awesome. Like, it was a perfect, and I didn't love Harbaugh's, like, they got lucky. Like, yes, the fourth down, Josh threw a bad ball, one of his only bad balls of the night. It got tipped, Keon Coleman caught it. Yeah, it was a perfect storm of a lucky play, an unlucky play for Baltimore in the fumble, Josh Allen greatness, you know what I mean? All that came together. But we're not shocked that Josh Allen did something amazing late in a game. So that's not the story. But it is the story that we're not shocked that the Ravens collapsed. Like, that is of all the great teams, they are far and away the top draft pick to lose a game like this. Like, it's not even close. Like, I know obviously the Lions lost a playoff game that way. The 17, but it wasn't in the final 5 minutes. And I agree with you, Danny. I thought the punt was objectionable. I also think that you need to be on the same page. The quarterback and coach need to be on the same page, because if Lamar knows that it's not 4-down territory, then the only criticism I have of Lamar in that game is you can't throw short of the sticks there. You can throw short of the sticks if you're tush pushing it. Yep. You know what I mean? If you're like, hey, maybe he'll break it, and if not, we're going for it. When I saw Lamar throw it where he threw it, I thought, what is this?
So here's the thing.
This is not.
I felt so bad watching Brew earlier. He had prepared for his sandwich. He was sandwich ready. And I thought, you're hungry, you're staying late for the OT. The Anchor Bar in Buffalo, the home of the original
sponsored bits now.
Well, it's the home of the Buffalo Wing. They sent you a Ravens colored shirt, Brew.
Wow.
Because my Super Bowl
Good
pick.
Sports.
My Super Bowl pick.
Don't put that on.
Why? It's a Buffalo wing.
Is that a wing? That's a Buffalo wing?
It's a Buffalo wing.
Wilds,
wings
I don't
look
think
delicious.
this is good
That
for
does look
O'Brien.
wonderful.
The wings
These are the
look
best
great.
wings.
This looks wonderful.
I
From
usually
Buffalo.
demand a sandwich, but
Danny,
obviously
I got to tell you.
What's up?
Wilds usually has good instincts on stuff. Whoever whenever there was the meeting about putting that on,
I wanted to put it on
should
Bruce.
have-
They said don't do that.
no, you
know
can't
what?
mess with Bruce's head.
Yeah,
Bruce very,
I was told not to do
very
that.
big.
So I was like, I'll wear the funny
Yeah.
hat.
Smartest
That's my
thing
Super
we've
Bowl
ever
team.
done is fold delicious food into the
Well,
segment.
this
Like,
does look amazing.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.